So as I said in the last video, this is a video where we go through what Microsoft looks like instead of the desktop version. You only have access to this version of editing within here if you have the premium version. So within Microsoft OneNote, as I said in the last video, you have what are called section groups, sections, pages, and subpages. These are 4 different levels of organization within your OneNote. And it is completely up to you about how you organize yours. We're just going to walk through what each of those look like. So this is the same notebook I used in the last video, and as you will see here up top, it looks a little bit different. So versus everything being listed here on the left-hand side, everything is instead listed up at the top of your notebook. So we're going to start by looking at first our section groups. So I have 2 different section groups called tiers and additional information. So we'll go ahead and look at our tier section group. So when I click on it, it's going to open up my different sections up top once again. And mine are color coded, which I like because personally it helps me keep things organized a little bit better. So one more plus of having the desktop version. So now that we have our different sections, I can go ahead and click on these sections. We'll click on Tier 1, TFI Evidence. And then now here on the right hand side, it pops up all of my pages and my subpages. So some of these I have collapsed, so we can open them back up again by clicking on the drop down menus. And you'll see all the subpages start to open up. So if I click on my page, as you'll see, I don't have any information here. This is mainly just a header for my notebook. So this is 1.1 team composition, and then I have a subpage listed underneath here called 2019-2020 attendance. You'll see that we have additional pages and subpages right here. We have 1.2 team operating procedures, and then underneath here I have this subpage team roles, agendas, minutes, and action plan 2018. If I wanted to go it a step further, I can create another level of subpages, which is what you can see here underneath the minutes. We have several different subpages underneath our mini subpage called minutes. And again, this is completely up to how you want to organize it. For some people, having all these different levels is more confusing than just simply creating different sections and pages. So here's an example, another example right here. This is a smaller version that might look a little bit easier to digest. And so here you can see that we have our page flowchart tier 2 supports. We don't have any subpages for it. And then we have interventions and the subpages for each of those interventions below. If I wanted to go back to my section groups, I can click on my little green arrow and it will take me right back here to my section groups where I can access those pages and those subpages. Hopefully this is helpful information for understanding how the desktop version is a little bit different from the online version and what you will have if you have access to the premium Microsoft OneNote account.